Daniel Boone senior quarterback Luke Jenkins. Earlier today, tremendous news from the medical tent. Tell us about being cleared to play football now.
So I went in, I wasn't really expecting to be cleared. I was expecting to maybe like third game, but then he said, my leg looked strong. Everything felt good, and as long as I go into it slow, I'm good to go and have the thumbs up from the doc.
It's been a long rehab. How excited are you to get back out there?
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, obviously watching the team do things without me is pretty, and I just can't wait to get back out there. So,
anything you feel stronger about now coming off the injury potentially?
I think actually because I was just working so hard to get back. I'm stronger. Both my legs are stronger. I think I'm actually a little faster too. So.
Wow. So that'll help going into this year. Just tell us about the quarterback position, what you guys are going to do in offense this year.
I think obviously we lost a few receivers last year, but we're going to try to utilize the pass and the run a little bit because obviously Aiden is a great running back, and as long as we have some dogs up front, I think we're going to be able to be just fine and, run and throw.
You had an outstanding offensive line last year. The thing about Daniel Boone traditionally is they just replace guys up front. Is that what you've done this year?
Yeah. We actually have a great group of guys up front. They're all physical. They just need a little experience, and they're going to be great.
What about on the defensive side of the ball? I know that's an area where you're not going to be involved, but what do you see from those guys when you go against them?
I think we lost 9 out of 11 on defense. But we, as long as we're physical and working hard, I think the defense is going to be fine. We have a lot of good secondary back there, and obviously we've got Henry Hamlin in there, so I think we'll be just fine on defense.
Individually, I know you've been out being seen by some recruiters, got a few offers. What's that process been like for you?
There's a lot of people that want to play college football, so it's obviously harder, and with the ACL it's a little harder, but I think if I have a great senior season, I'll be just fine.
What about this senior season? What do you want to accomplish on your way out?
I would like to win the conference again, obviously win the Musket Bowl, and that way we'd get to keep the Musket and break a few records and go to the third round of the playoffs just like last year.
Daniel Boone senior Jackson Utsman, Jackson, a 3-sport player here at Daniel Boone. What's this last year going to mean to you?
It's huge. My past 4 years here, this is my life, Daniel Boone sports, and I wouldn't have it any other way playing here, so it's just having fun with my friends.
You, a little bit like Luke last year, didn't really get to end the year the way you wanted. You had a little bit of sickness going on. Tell us about your health.
Yeah, no, it's back to 100%. I played all the basketball season. I felt great. All the baseball season felt great, and I haven't felt better in a long time. So I feel really good out here, and didn't like the way we ended last year. I missed like 4 games, but I'm really, really happy to be back out here.
Arguably the best season in school history last year. What do you do for an encore?
It's tough to top what we did last year. I don't think it'd be pretty hard, but we got a good group of guys here this year, and I think we can definitely be successful if we can put everything together at the right time.
Obviously, you got some big holes. Just how's the team coming together and filling those?
I think we've had a bunch of young guys step up. We got Aiden Perry at corner. He's playing great for us. AJ Burke, he's been playing on the line for us, but he's playing linebacker now. And just several young guys, sophomores, juniors, who maybe not have the experience, but they're stepping up and playing a big role in there.
Tell us about your role, playing both sides of the ball.
It's going to be different. Last year I got to go catch some passes and then go sit on the sideline, drink some water. And now it's going to be tough. It's going to be both ways. It's going to be a lot of special teams and stuff like that. So we're going to have to be in shape, but I'm excited. I love playing football. So.
You had so many senior team leaders on this team last year. Now you're a senior. Just what's your leadership responsibility going to be like?
I think just teaching the young guys how we do things here, and just being a good teammate to them and making them feel important here, and teaching them the way things are supposed to be done, so that the next group next year can be just as good.
Daniel Boone senior Henry Hamlin. Henry, tell us about your role on the Blazers.
I just try and, as a middle linebacker, you just got to make sure you get the call in to everyone and the coverage, make sure everyone's lined up correctly, and really just got to play football, rally to the ball, and make a good tackle.
It's one of the leading tacklers in the state last year. What have you done to improve your game this year?
I've worked in the weight room, been getting stronger, and also I think I've watched a lot of football over the off season, and I see things a little better than I did last year.
Just tell us about the last year, coming off last year, tremendous season. What do you guys do for an encore this year?
It's a lot to follow up on, but we're losing guys, and we just take that as a chance to new younger guys get to come in and learn things, and it's just, there'll be a lot of learning this year, but we're excited.
A lot of young, talented guys. I mean, this is Daniel Boone. I mean, this isn't a rebuilding process, isn't it?
That's right. It's not. We don't expect anything less than to do the same we have for the last 2 seasons. So.
What about additional leadership responsibilities for you this year? Anything you calling things on defense? Just trying to lead by example, calling guys out? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're just trying to hold people accountable, and in plays people mess up, that's fine. Move on to the next play. Make sure to let them know. Keep their head up and stuff like that.
Tell me about your recruiting process. How's that going? Where you stand?
It's going well. I believe maybe in college I'll be long snapping rather than playing linebacker. It's something I've found, and I like it. I've been working on it, so I'm excited.
Kind of a position that people don't pay much attention to till somebody screws up, correct?
That's right. It is.
What schools are interested in you in that role?
I've been talking to VMI and Marshall. I had a visit down in Texas Tech, and I also went to a camp in Wake Forest. So I'd say probably VMI at the top of that list.
Yeah, that's a pretty good group. Just what do you want to do here? Last go around here at Boone. How do you want to close it out?
Yeah, I just want to kind of really just hopefully kids feel like they learn not just a lot from me, but just maybe being on the defensive side of the ball. And I had a lot of leaders when I came in as a sophomore, so I just hope they get to feeling comfortable playing and just learn a lot this year.